Hello everyone, I'm Eddie Emmons, the host of tonight's episode of Inside Alice House. Let me introduce some of my colleagues here tonight. We have the matriarch Alice from the Alice House season, and my good old buddy Spencer Bone. We also have a special guest joining us tonight, Anthony St. John. Good evening, Anthony, and welcome back to the show. From our discussions we've had about the new series in development, do you want to provide our fans of the channel with any more information?
Hello, Eddie, and to the rest of the family. Yes, we'll be unleashing a new series. The series is going to be called Dispatch Fear and will revolve around recorded police, law enforcement, and other dispatches as they occurred in a moment. We're going to provide a brief synopsis to give our viewers a general understanding of the initial dispatch calls, which are in reference to, and then find out what happened when law enforcement and others responded. My really good friend Alton Fear, who is a retired police detective, currently does freelance private investigations work for multiple police agencies across the country involving a variety of criminal offenses. Alton recently decided he wanted to share his eerie stories, which are simply stunning. These crimes involve aspects of evil, but also tales of the unexplained, macabre, and outright unbelievable. Sometimes bad things happen and we don't even have a good reason. The stories are gripping, very action-oriented, and sometimes will make your skin crawl with a captivation of fear. These are the calls that make 911s a true emergency.
Dispatch Fear is going to be very intriguing for our viewers and fans. So are these stories based on real-life experiences by Alton Fear, or is it based on other collected incidents?
Great question, Eddie. It's a mixture of both stories from personal experience, but mostly from collected incidences that Alton researched on his own. He's been working and writing a novel about his life experiences and wanted to get a broader form of experiences to draw upon. He wanted to expand upon what he had seen and what he had done, so Alton invited those in the law enforcement community to share in their own unbelievable stories. What we received back from his peers is nothing short of breathtaking. Copious amounts of actual recordings, both from dispatches and 911 calls, provide an enormous pool of stories to draw upon. There is so much that takes place on a daily basis that the public just never knows about. Special thanks to Alton for sharing this information and for sharing this with myself and the Wild Future Productions team. The information provided by Alton will allow us to dive into the unknown. Some of his material is absolutely terrifying. Just knowing that these incidents took place and the public has a lack of any idea always makes you kind of wonder what is out there and what is unknown.
This Alton Fear seems like an interesting fella. How come I never met this cat? Alton, if you can hear me, you're welcome on Inside Alice House anytime. Alice and Spencer welcome you. So Anthony, you have any information that you can provide of a glimpse of what is to come in the Dispatch Fear series?
Absolutely. What I can tell our audiences is that this series will be an installment of 6 minisodes and will consist of single-story topics related to emergency calls that take place and what transpired during the incident between the responding officers, EMS, and others involved. I don't want to get into each minisode directly, but what I can say is that each episode is very different and the fear scale gets ratcheted up. If you're a fan of listening to the police and emergency scanners, this series will definitely pique your interest. Currently, we have 6 recorded dispatch tapes from Alton, and they're being produced into this minisode series. This series will be an adrenaline rush for those that dare to watch and dare to listen.
This series is getting me pumped, and very, very bold concept that we came up with here. You mentioned that Alton is a former law enforcement professional, now private investigator. Any word if he will do any other reveals from his profession in the future? Like tracking serial killers, brutal crime scene photos, missing persons?
Time will tell, Eddie. Right now, Alton's very delighted to be working with us here at Wild Future Productions. What I can tell you is this is going to be very special.
I really cannot wait for the Dispatch Fear series to premiere. Anthony, why don't you tell the viewers when they can expect the series to be released?
Well, Eddie, right now we're filming our concepts and production schedule. There will be a total of 6 minisodes with our own twist. I'm very excited to see this new series brought to life. I believe this series will have a different hold on our viewers. You never know what you will hear when you pick up the phone or when that dispatch call goes out. Fear comes in many forms, as our viewers will soon find out. What is your emergency?
Myself, Alice, and Spencer are already psyched up for this series. We cannot wait.
Nothing short of incredible for sure, Eddie.
I would like to thank you, Anthony, for coming back to Inside Alice House and sharing with our viewers and fans what we have coming in store for them. Everyone here at Wild Future Productions is looking forward to Dispatch Fear to be completed.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for the gracious hosting by Alice, Spencer, and especially yourself, Eddie, for everything you've helped provide, and for Wild Future Productions for all the help that they provided in making this new series come to life. We believe that Dispatch Fear will be definitely a classic among the library of minisodes produced by Wild Future Productions. Just remember, this fear can come in many different forms.
This is Wild Future Productions, where your fear begins. I would like to thank my production team here at Wild Future Productions. Myself, Eddie Emmons, Anthony St. John, Leo Anthony, Marie Perry, Tennille Meadowlark, and Anthony White. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. If you'd like to become a member of the family, go to our YouTube channel at Wild Future Productions and hit the subscribe button.